Once upon a time, a big tiger was out walking when it began to rain heavily. My goodness, thought the tiger, if I don't find shelter, I will be soaked. The tiger ran and ran until he came to a little hut. He stood near the side of the hut to take shelter. After a few minutes, he heard the voice of an old woman, and she was saying, "Dear, dear, the rain is coming through the roof," after some time. The old woman moved some of the furniture away from the place where the rain was pouring in. The tiger heard the bumping and scraping, and he could not think what it was. Then he heard the old woman say, "Oh, this awful dripping. What a nuisance. I wonder who this awful dripping can be," thought the tiger. If he is making all that bumping and scraping noise, he sounds very fierce. He lay by the side of the hut until it grew dark, and the rain began to stop. Afterwards, a potter came along. The potter had lost his donkey, and when he saw the tiger, he thought it was his donkey, for it was dark, and he could not. Was not used to be treated like this. He was used to people being afraid of him, and he thought to himself, "This must be that person who is called awful. Dripping, I was right. He must be very fierce. I better do what he tells me." The potter got on to the tiger back and told him to carry him home, and because the tiger was a bit frightened of the potter, he did as he was told. When he reached his home, the porter tied the tiger to the post outside went in and went to bed. Next morning, the potter's wife looked out of the window and saw the tiger tied to the post outside the house. "Do you know what you rode home on last?"
Just then, some of the village people came by. They all saw the tiger tied up to the post. Ali must be brave. They all said he must have been riding that fierce tiger. How marvelous he is. Some of the men went and told the king who was the ruler of the kingdom. The king went to Ali's house to see for himself and saw the tiger tied up to the post. Ali must be a very brave man. He said, "I will make him a general in command of all my soldiers. He will set them such a good example." Ali was made a general, and he enjoyed it very much. Then one day the king sent for Ali. "General Ali," the king said, "the ruler of the neighboring kingdom has declared war on us. He is bringing his army to attack us. You must take the soldier and stop him at once." Ali was very frightened. He'd never been in a battle before, and he had never ridden a horse. The king had given him a big horse which was good at galloping, so he could lead his soldiers into battle. Ali looked at the horse. It did not look in the least gentle. "I am quite sure I will fall off," he said to his wife who was with him. "Don't worry," said his wife, "I will tie you on." She took a strong rope and tied Ali on so tightly that he could hardly move. The horse was so frightened by all this that he bolted away. It went with Ali on its back, racing along, jumping hedges and ditches straight towards the enemy soldiers. Ali was very scared. He wished more than anything in the world that the horse would go the other way. He grabbed at a tree as they galloped past, hoping to stop the horse. But the roots of the tree was loose. The soil had been washed away by the rain, and instead of stopping the horse, Ali pulled up the tree. The enemy soldiers saw Ali galloping towards them at a great speed, waving the tree. They were afraid, if all the king's soldiers are as fierce and strong as this one, we had better run away. They said and did when the rest of the soldiers caught up with Ali. The enemy soldiers had all fled. The king was very pleased. He said, "Come to the palace tomorrow. I shall give you a special medal." Next day, the street were lined up with people who was cheering Ali for saving the kingdom. "I never want to ride another horse," said Ali to his wife, so he walked to the palace. "Hooray," cried the people when they saw Ali. "He is so truly a great man, for he is not proud." Other generals ride to the palace, for it makes them feel important. But Ali walks. What a great man he is. The king gave Ali his medal and a rich reward, and Ali went home. Of course, the news of the great warrior who led the king's army and went into battle carrying a whole tree spread to the other kingdoms. Round about, and after that, nobody dared to attack the kingdom. All Ali had to do after that was to give the soldier plenty of exercise. And since he never had to go into battle again, so he never had to ride another horse.